If you're a fan of Cardano, you're definitely going to want to watch this entire video. Today, not only are we going to be giving away $50 worth of Cardano to 2 lucky winners in the comment section, we're going to be looking at a recent interview with Charles Hoskinson on Pomp's podcast, Off the Chain. We're going to be looking at what is Charles Hoskinson afraid of. We're also going to be looking at how Bitcoin compares to Cardano in his mind, and we're also going to be taking a look at what is next for Cardano. So you're going to want to stay tuned. So let's get into it after this. Easy boy. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, your one-stop shop for all things Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Today, we are going to be talking about Cardano. Now, what I need you to do right now is enter our contest. We're giving away $50 in Cardano to 2 different winners, so $25 each. All you got to do is be a subscriber. You have to subscribe to win, so I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and click the subscribe button. It should be done now. Now, go ahead and hit the like button. That should be done now. Now, after this video or before, whenever you want, go ahead and comment down below and let me know why you do or do not like Cardano. And if I pick you during a live stream next week, you'll get $25 worth of Cardano. So, okay, guys, let's get into this interview. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is Charles Hoskinson talking about the decentralization of Cardano. I thought it was very interesting.
And what was really nice about what we've designed is the system is really decentralized. In fact, at launch, we can have 1,000 stake pools. EOS has 21, Bitcoin has 4 major mining operations. So you're looking at 50 to 250 times more decentralized than the incumbents.
So Charles right here says that it is 250 times more decentralized than EOS. And I thought that was absolutely insane. They're going to have like 1,000 staking pools for Cardano. So the more decentralized a project is, the better in my opinion. And really, honestly, one of the big concerns that I have about Bitcoin that I feel like nobody is talking about is the huge amount, the majority of mining that goes on in China. Now, I believe Bitcoin's secure. I don't think this could happen. But hypothetically, what if China were to somehow take control of all of those miners? Not to say that maybe they don't have a hand in them already. And by them, I mean the state taking control of it. I mean, could that be a currency world war that they could start by taking control of the Bitcoin network? Like I said, I don't think it can happen. It's far-fetched, but I do like it better when projects are more decentralized. So, okay, let's go ahead and check out what Charles has to say about letting other people critique Cardano.
So we spent 3 years designing that with some really good guys. We hired the guy who created the Haskell programming language, and this is now the place where we're actually starting to show it off and get developers to tell us what we did wrong, the good, the bad, and the ugly, of that process.
So if you guys have ever heard me talk about Cardano in the past, one of the things that I've said that makes me very bullish on Cardano is that it doesn't have anything to critique yet. You can look at a project like EOS or a project like Tron, and you can nitpick them to death based on what they've already developed. The slower roadmap for Cardano has meant that it's been able to stave off a lot of critics for a longer amount of time. Now, of course, you do have people that criticize Cardano for its slow development, but you don't have anyone that's been nitpicking the network or saying it's not decentralized enough. It's not yet to that point. So kind of I always thought that really that slow roadmap, while it seems to be one of the greatest weaknesses, it also is one of the greatest strengths of Cardano. You guys let me know down below in the comment section whether you feel like that having a slow roadmap and developing slowly is a good thing or a bad thing for Cardano. So let's go ahead and check out this next clip where Charles Hoskinson is going to tell us what he's afraid of.
What's next?
Well, we got to get Shelley out, and that's all about decentralization, and that's a huge milestone unto itself. It's scary, it's like having kids, and you raise them for a while, and they live with you, and then they've gotten big enough to get a bicycle, and you're like, okay, please don't get run over by a car. So that's where we're at, and we're just about to release the network testnet this month, and November we're releasing the incentivized testnet. So people, when they stake, they actually make real ADA from that, and then we'll get up to a certain critical density of stake pools, and then once we're there, we can fork the main network, and then the whole network is being run by third parties. Once we clear that, and that's a huge milestone, very shortly thereafter we'll roll smart contracts into the system, turn it on, and then at that point it's fully decentralized and it has smart contracting capabilities. So it's basically like Ethereum in that respect, but just more decentralized and more performant.
So, as a parent, I totally get what he's saying here. He's saying he's trained up Cardano the best way he can, the same way someone trains a child, and then it's up to them what they do after. It's up to the decentralized network how this coin performs, how this network runs. He's built it from the ground up in a way that is supposed to be successful, but that does not necessarily mean that it will be successful. There's a lot to really consider when it comes to the success of Cardano. It has to have use case. It has to be actually used. Even more important than the use case is the usability. Are users going to want to use Cardano? Are developers going to want to develop on Cardano? I think the answer to that question, or to both of those questions, is yes, but that's yet to be seen. So for him, he's built it, and now it's time to watch it grow up, and that's very interesting. Another thing that he brings up in this interview is his thoughts on Bitcoin. And to me, I line up so well with him on this. For me personally, Charles Hoskinson and I, we don't agree on everything. There's a lot of things that he says and does that I don't agree with. But his opinion on Bitcoin, I believe, is the perfect way to look at it. So we're going to look at that clip here in just 1 second. Before we get there, though, I do want to point out Voyager to you guys. They have sponsored the channel. Voyager is a new crypto broker. You can trade commission-free across the most popular exchanges. So basically, this is an app that right now is available for iOS, not quite available for Android yet, but will be available soon. Now, if you are on a crypto journey and you've been on Coinbase and you're looking for kind of the next step up to really level up your crypto game, Voyager could be it. And by the way, they have Cardano on Voyager. So if you want to trade Cardano, if you want to trade Bitcoin, Voyager may be the way to go. You can find it on the App Store just by looking up Voyager, or you can find it at investvoyager.com. So thank you to them for sponsoring the channel. I'll have a link down below that you can click if you are interested in signing up with Voyager. So let's get back to the clip. Let's listen to what Charles has to say about Bitcoin.
I think there's a good custodial role from Blockstream's perspective, and they have been a very effective vehicle of ensuring people that Bitcoin is going to be around and people are going to sustain and maintain it. So it's very important, and Bitcoin, frankly, is the brand of cryptocurrencies. You know, we can't say, oh, well, I'm going to succeed, but Bitcoin is going to fail. If Bitcoin fails, our whole industry is probably in for a really bad time.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
Yeah, so we have to be good to Bitcoin, and Blockstream has been. They've done a lot of cool things like Bech32 and simplicity, and the movement to Schnorr-SIGs to make Bitcoin far more useful. The push for Lightning. You know, these things are good for Bitcoin, I think, and they allow Bitcoin to at least continue to be competitive in its own right.
Now, while he talks about his love of Bitcoin here and how the entire industry needs it to succeed, now listen to him talk about the dangers of Bitcoin maximalism.
The problem with maximalism is that it basically says there's one God, one gospel, it is Satoshi, and if there's any deviation from that vision, then it's wrong and everybody else is going to have to change to accommodate us. It's a very bad view, and it doesn't cover things. I mean, I can't even do pull payments with Bitcoin, and that's like half of commerce, right? You sign up for a subscription, and every month Netflix pulls out $9, or YouTube pulls out this much money for YouTube Red. Well, that's the bread and butter of most of our commercial systems, and I can't even do that with this system easily.
I think it's very appropriate that here he uses religious language, because often in cryptocurrency, it feels as if we're in different tribes or religions or cults when it comes to the coins that we like. And I think the problem comes in to where you tell everybody else that they are wrong. I think in a free market society, we just need to let these coins play out. The Bitcoin maximalists, they're quick to say that, oh, it's not that they, absolutely hate altcoins. They just love Bitcoin so much and it's the solution. But yet, if you watch the language and the way that they bully people on Twitter and in other places, it's just not good. And in my opinion, when altcoins do come back, and they will come back, a lot of people are going to have egg on their face. I think the way that Charles looks at it here is perfect. It is, you know what? We need Bitcoin to succeed. If Bitcoin does not succeed, the rest of the industry is going to have a problem. However, there are things that we need in the world that Bitcoin does not solve. Bitcoin is not water. It is not the thing that gives everything life and breath in the world. it's a great technology, and I believe in it. And Bitcoin, by far, I believe is going to be the best coin in terms of not necessarily technologically, but more in terms of success. It already is a huge success, and no other cryptocurrency can really claim that. But the danger with maximalism is getting in that cult-like mentality and thinking that it is the only thing that's going to make it because the Bitcoin dominance numbers are up. Guess what, guys? Altcoin season will be back upon us. It may not be this year. It may not be next year. It may be next week. Who knows when it's going to be? But altcoins will come back. There's too much competition and too much money in this space for people not to say, you know what? Like, I don't want to make a risky investment. People like making risky investments. So, I think it will happen again. I don't know when, and I do think Cardano is going to be one of the coins that pumps the very, very, very hardest. I think it'll definitely be a top 10 coin. I don't know if it'll stay there for years to come, but I do believe in the next run it will firmly put itself in the top 10. So you guys let me know what you think about this interview. Do you like Cardano? Do you not like Cardano? Drop that comment below. Make sure to like this video and be a subscriber for your chance to win $25 worth of Cardano. 2 people are going to win. We'll announce it on a live stream next week. Today I'm doing my live stream for my VeChain video next week. So if you've been waiting for that, that will be tonight. So thank you everybody so much for watching this video. BitBoy out.